everyone, welcome to dearb. This is Aswathy Alex, and I'd like to remind you all by saying is that being disciplined is the greatest form of self-love. So when you're sitting down to learn and study for your examinations, your exams are coming near, you're pulling an all-nighter, you want to complete the whole syllabus, you want to sit and study. But that's the last thing that you want to do because you're all distracted, you're having procrastinations, you're having the other issues like mobile phone notifications, your peer group calling you up, and the other problems as such. So in this video, we're going to discuss all forms of distractions and how to tackle it, how to get over it, and how to ace your examinations in short. So let's start with it right away. So the first one, song on a loop. So you want to sit, learn, and study for your examinations, but there's a song, a particular song stuck in your head, and it's for the past few days, and this is actually a song which you totally hate and you don't like. But what to do about it? The song is stuck in your head, it's still in your system. You want to get rid of it, but you can't seems to stop the song running in. And even when you're sitting down in examination hall to writing the test, even at that time, you can't find the mercy. The song is still here torturing your head. So simple solution is get to the end of the song. You know the song, you know through it. So just sing the song in your head, sing only the last part of the song and finish it. Trust me, it works like magic and it's that simple. Second one is chatter mind. See, we are all humans and it's natural for us to go through all forms of personal issues, financial issues, peer pressures, and relationship issues as well. So you're going to have thousand thoughts running simultaneously as one together and you want to get rid of it. You want to find a peace of mind and sit and concentrate in your examinations, but your mind can't stop chattering. It'll be like going 100 thoughts, thousand thoughts in a second and all parallel, all simultaneously. So how to tackle it is that end of every issues or every thought there is actually a very minute insignificant pause. So if you are ready to listen to it, if you're ready to see or search for that gap or a pause in between every single thought, so you can do it simultaneously along with me as I'm explaining is that, see, just listen to your thought, just just watch your thought. As you're watching it, you can see that there are thousand different thoughts running about in your head. So just listen to it, and every single thought, after every single thought, there is a very small minute gap in between. So just listen to it, focus on it, and you can see that as you're focusing onto it, listening to that gap, you can see it expanding to it. And it's that simple. Every time this thought or all these chatter thoughts come to your head, just listen to that, just search for that gap, listen to it, focus on it, and you can see it expanding. And once you feel a peace of mind and you feel that you're all calmed down, you're all in a better place of mind, you can focus back to your studies, but just give yourself a timeout. See, you can't study when you're stressed out, when you're all in an emotional turmoil state. So give yourself a time. Do not pressure yourself out saying is that okay, your exams the next day morning, it's just 4 hours away from your examinations. Do not give more stress than you already have. Just try to relax. Okay, just try to relax. Search for that gap and try to expand that gap. Just have a peace of mind and then get back to your studies. It's that simple. And the next thing is that you're just simply lazy, that you can concentrate, you can focus if you want to, but you don't want to do this. You want to watch cartoons, you want to watch these animes, Japanese, and then K dramas and all these things. You want to do something else, you want to go out, but you don't want to study. But the end of the day, maybe end of the semester or something, you'll feel regret. You'll have so much of guilt weighing you, saying that you should have done that but you didn't do it. So what to do in such circumstances is that, like, you write diary every day, keep a diary every hour. Suppose you can keep an alarm every hour, and end of the every hour, just audit yourself, just take a review what you did for the past 1 hour. And I'm telling you that after the first few hours itself, you start feel guilty that past hour I didn't do anything much productive. Okay, I didn't do anything from 10 a.m. 11 a.m. I didn't do anything much. So keep an alarm, or you can have a Google Calendar set. I always do a Google Calendar, is that you can put the desktop notifications on, and it's set in a 1 hour timely manner. You can allot the works, or you can chart out the works that you can do it, or you can just put the alarm and you can decide what you want to do in that hour. But make sure that you're not using your mobile phone or in your study space. This your study space is a sacred place. And for me personally, what my issue is that, suppose I want to Google an answer for the exam, or I'm studying something, I want to Google an answer. And what happens is that I'm just putting on the googling the answer, but after that I forget about it. I get to the social media, I check my Instagram post, I check my Facebook post, I get on YouTube, I watch the other videos and waste for 1 and 2 hours. So what you can do is that keep your phone away, probably in a different room, or you can just put it on in a flight mode or switch it off, preferably. Just use only your computer. And in my computer that I'm using, I have not saved in my credentials for any forms of social medias, let it be Facebook or Instagram or anything else related to it. I have not saved any forms of credentials, so I know that I will not get lost in it. So just make sure that you have a laptop or a desktop, but do not, sign in your Facebook or your Instagram or any other social medias that you use, because you can't escape it. We are all humans and it's natural to get lost in it. And the next one is that just randomly losing your focus. Suppose you don't have any other issues, but you want to study, but you are just distracted, randomly distracted to the wall in front of you, to the windows next to you, and to the lamp nearby you. And the solution is pretty much simple is that use a Pomodoro technique. You can just download the app from the Play Store or just click on the Pomodoro videos in the YouTube and just study along with it. It's that simple and straightforward. 25 minutes of focus study and 5 minutes of break. Or you can choose a different method is that 55 minutes of study and 10 minutes of break, whichever way is possible. And sometimes you might not have the enough focus or inertia to sit for 25 minutes straight. It's okay. See yourself, okay, test yourself out, see how many minutes you can study continuously straight, put on a timer and study for some time and see when your focus is decreasing, and that is your time. Suppose you are having only like 7 or 8 minutes to focus, okay, keep on the timer, study for 8 minutes and take a break for 1 or 2 minutes, and the next time aim for 9 minutes or 10 minutes. And focus and concentrations are just muscles and you need to exercise regularly, and that's it. You can't just go to a gym and expect to get six pack all of a sudden. You need constant persistent exercises and constant persistent trainings for that. And it's definitely like that. Muscles, brain, everything works in a similar way. Just give yourself a time, just be patient with yourself. And the next one is remembering errands or the things to do list and all these things that you are supposed to be doing, which is equally important. But all these thoughts and everything pops up when you're sitting down to study. So you don't know what to do, that you have to study, but if you don't do it, you'll just keep forgetting it. So simple thing is that just have a piece of sheet of paper next to you and just write it down. Okay, after the study section, I'll be doing this thing first. So you have given it out, you have just put it out on the paper and make sure that you wouldn't forget. And then if you can't concentrate and focus, even in spite of doing Pomodoro method, getting into an apps and programs, and even after doing all these methods and exercises, you can't study that, do an active process of learning. That is, do an quantitative. That is, you are actually involving yourself. Do a quantitative type problem solving, do a mathematical problems like your CSATs problems you could do, or you could solve Sudoku. You could make notes while you're reading. Don't just a passive reader, don't just read notes or listen to lectures. It's almost like saying that, okay, I agree to your point. Like watching lectures are like, okay, I get that, okay, I'm understanding and I'm agreeing to you. We don't need their agreement, like they don't need our agreement. What's the point in agreeing to it? You have to remember it. That's a basic line of studying, right? You have to understand, you have to remember, and then write it down or produce it in your examination sheet. So simple thing is that active learning, just involve yourself with the learning process and then you will be in a flow. And then yes, at the end of it, reward yourself. I cannot emphasize this enough, that how important that is. You always need to reward yourself. It's, you can't just run on motivations every other day, because you can't. We are all humans. Some days we get tired, some days we get bummed out, and it's okay. We are not going to be all motivated and inspired every single day, but we have to be disciplined enough that in spite of being unmotivated, or in spite of not having the mood to sit and study, we are here learning and doing our stuff. So what we have to do is that we have to reward yourself. Just keep on reminding yourself is that what you're doing is a very difficult task and you did it. So you deserve this. You deserve this break, or you deserve this candy, or deserve this meal, or you deserve to watch one episodes of K-drama or whatever that you love and whatever that you want to reward yourself to be. Because we as humans are wired in a way that we seek for instant gratifications, and there's nothing that we can do about it. All we can do is that, like I said, we are all human muscles, and just flex your muscles, just keep working on it, keep training yourself. And someday you could be able to break all these barriers of distractions and procrastinations and other negative effects which are going to affect your studies. So it's okay if you can't get it right in the first day and the second day, but just keep on doing. And some people like me, I can get it right on the first day, but second day I laze around. So don't do that. Just sit with it. Doesn't matter how hard it's gonna be, just sit with it. So it's almost remind me of the time when I started meditating. It was hard at first, it was like very difficult, but after a few days it became even more difficult, if that's possible. I was like, I cannot do this, I cannot keep doing this to myself. I know meditating is supposed to make you calm and happy, but it's doing the opposite effect. I am not finding any peace, I'm not finding any happiness. So why am I doing this? But the key over here is that keep doing it, because it has provided results to many other people. So just keep doing it, and after 1 or 2 weeks it will start making you feel happier for doing it, because you did something which was hard at first, and then now you're doing it, and you are in a state of mind where you're actually getting happiness by doing it. So this will motivate you to it again, more and more to it. So just that's the issue, just keep on doing it, keep on working yourself. And I would like to remind you all again by saying is that being disciplined is the greatest form of self love. So keep doing and keep working. Bye, all, everyone.